Dealing with peer pressure. Exodus chapter 23 verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in the cause to decline, after many to wrest judgment. Hello and welcome to day 94 of Faith for Every Day. Today, we are talking about something that every one of us has faced at one point or another: peer pressure. Now, when we hear the term peer pressure, we often think about teenagers, right? But the truth is, peer pressure does not stop when we leave high school. It can show up at work, in our families, in our communities, and even in our churches. The peer pressure to go along with the crowd, to compromise what we believe, or to stay silent when we should speak up. It is real. But Exodus chapter 23 verse 2 gives us a clear instruction. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil." In other words, just because everyone is doing it does not mean it is right. So, why is this so important? Because the crowd is not always moving in the right direction. The truth is, standing for what is right will often mean standing alone. And let me tell you, God honors that kind of courage. Think about people in the Bible who faced this very issue. Noah stood alone in obedience when the entire world around him was living in sin. Daniel refused to bow to the king's command, even though it meant facing the lion's den. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stood firm when everyone else was bowing to an idol, and God was right there with them in the fire. These were not easy choices, but they were the right decisions. How can we stand strong when the pressure is on? Here are a few thoughts to help. Know what you believe in. When your faith is rooted in God's Word, you will be able to recognize when something goes against what you believe in and does not line up in His truth. Pray for courage. Ask God daily to give you the strength to stand for what is right, even when it is uncomfortable. Surround yourself with people who will build your faith. Find friends and mentors who encourage you to stay in the right path. Remember, the right crowd can push you closer to God, while the wrong crowd can pull you away. Be ready to stand alone if needed. Following Jesus has always required boldness. But the good news is, even if you stand alone, you are never truly alone. God stands with you. Peer pressure is not just about the big, dramatic moments. Sometimes it is about the small choices. Laughing at a joke you know you should not laugh at. Staying quiet when you should speak up. Going along with something that feels wrong because you do not want to be the odd one in the group. But today, I encourage you. Choose obedience over acceptance. Choose faithfulness over fitting in. Choose to stand with God's truth, even if it means standing alone. Thank you very much for joining me on day 94 of Faith for Every Day. As you go about your day, ask God to help you stay strong when peer pressure comes. Remember, the approval of the crowd will always fade, but the favor of God will last forever. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and give you boldness.